Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I am so excited to try out this iconic London Sunset to Sunrise eyeshadow palette. Oh my gosh, this seriously seems like my most perfect palette. I love iconic London eyeshadow palettes. I have I forget exactly what it's called, but it's a primarily neutral palette, which is basically what I wear most of the time. And I use it all the time. It's amazing. So when I got this palette in my April 2021 Boxycharm Premium Box, I was so excited. And the iconic London eyeshadow palettes are not cheap. This palette has a retail value of $62, so that makes me extra happy to get it in Boxycharm. So if you have not seen my unboxing of that, I'll have my April 2021 Boxycharm Premium Box unboxing video linked in the description down below. So here are what the shades look like. Oh, absolutely love it. There are so many shimmer and glitter shades in here, along with some mattes, which is exactly what I love. It has the huge mirror and such a great shade range, but still looks very cohesive. And there are 20 different shades in here. Gosh, I don't even know what type of direction I want to go in with the eyeshadow look today, but first things first, I'm going to go ahead and swatch some shades and get an idea of the formulas that way. So I want to swatch some shimmers, glitters, mattes. Definitely going to swatch this bright yellow. Of course, I'm drawn to the color. This is a matte shade. And then, ooh, here is a really pretty shimmer. And then let's swatch this one. Maybe like a glittery shimmer. How about this one? Oh, wow. This beautiful buttery matte. I feel like I chose such a range of colors for these swatches, but I think they're going to still look so good together. Oh my gosh, these are swatching so nicely. So pigmented, buttery smooth. Yes, like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful, seriously, sunset color story on my hand right now. Here is an up-close view of those swatches. I love them. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to put these on my eyes. And so just like I always do, I'm going to test these eyeshadows out with and without an eyeshadow primer. So I'm going in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion and just starting out by applying it to one of my eyes. And then I'm just going to blend this all over the eyelid from lash line all the way up to the brow, because that's how high I'm gonna take my eyeshadows. And now I always love when an eyeshadow palette has a really light matte shade. So I'm gonna start out with this one here in the corner. And I'm going to use this to set the entire eyelid. And I'm just gonna lightly dust this, but it actually shows up really nicely. It's kind of a pinky white shade, which is actually really, really pretty. I love that color. And then just doing the same thing on the eye without the primer. And let's see how well this one shows up without the primer. I mean, it's actually still showing up pretty much the same amount of pigment as with the primer, and that is very impressive. Oh, I actually really love that shade as an all over the lid color. Nice brightening, like the lightest possible pink shade. I love that. Ooh, so unique. I'm just cleaning my brush. And now I'm gonna take that really pretty light shimmery shade called Seashells. This one here, another super light pink color. And just with my finger, I'm going to use this as the brow and inner corner highlight shade, which this shade with that light pink all over the lid looks so pretty. This is a great highlight color, super reflective, really brightening for this inner corner here. I mean, this eyeshadow look right here could be something I do for a nice casual look, quick and easy. Like such a fresh, pretty, bright eyeshadow look already. So now moving down the brow bone a little bit, I'm going to start with a transition shade and sticking with the light pinks. I'm going to go into this matte light pink here called Summer Lovin' and blend that from the crease up to the brow bone, blending over that highlight shade so then it's in the perfect position. Everything looks blended together on the brow bone. And this transition shade, it's definitely light, but I like that it's starting to build up a little bit of a depth for my eye shape. A little bit of contour happening here. And I feel like I've applied a lot of this shade trying to build up the color just because it is just a light shade in general, but it is buildable and actually nicely pigmented and super easy to blend. I love when I'm using an eyeshadow palette and with each shade that I'm applying, it could be a complete eyeshadow look and I could stop there. So it really does create a day to night type of tutorial, type of eyeshadow look, and that's exactly how I'm feeling. Like I could stop here for a really pretty daytime look as well. Here's Dexter making an appearance in a video. It's been a little while, it's tangled in my microphone, since he's been making an appearance in my video. We'll see if he wants to sit on my lap and behave. And now I love that there's actually a mix of some warm tones and cool tones. So going down this row, ooh, I'm actually kind of noticing each row is a very cohesive eyeshadow look as well. Like all of these more purpley tones, the reddish orange, this one a little bit more like the color row, and then the more brown brick tones. So I would love to do eyeshadow looks that just kind of follow a row, but today I'm going to do a mix of them. But I love the way this palette is set up. Next, for the crease, I have to go in with this kind of almost burgundy purple shade. It's so pretty, so I really want to incorporate that into the look. But you know what? Right as I was reaching for that, I saw this really pretty peachy pink tone. So maybe I'll do this one in the crease and then I'll pick up that other purple shade that I was just about to pick up and put that in the outer V. So this one here is called Tan Lines. There is some kickback in these shades I'm noticing. But ooh, look at how pigmented and beautifully bright this one is. Ooh, but it is so easy to blend. I could so do a completely pink eyeshadow look because of course I can. I'm obsessed with pink, but I'm going to try and make myself not do that. But there are all the colors you would need in this palette to do a beautiful pink eyeshadow look. I mean, that's already kind of what I have here, but I'm gonna make myself use some other colors in this look. I love that I'm not seeing any difference with and without the primer because these are just really good quality eyeshadows. So now picking up this purpley burgundy shade called After Party, I'm going to blend this into that outer V. Ooh, this color is so pretty and actually looks so great with these pink tones because it's almost like a pinky purple. super easy to blend. Just smoking that into this outer corner to create more depth and contour to the eye. And all of these colors are looking so perfect together, so cohesive. And I think I'm about to throw in a little bit of a wild card here, but I just cannot resist. I'm gonna apply the bright yellow, and I don't really know why I just tried to pick this up with my finger. Maybe because I just want it to be as bright as possible. Let's go for it. This is matte, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the inner section of the eyelid. Okay, you know what? I shouldn't be so surprised, but this actually looks so good with all of the other colors on my eyelid. And it's making it really look like a sunset. I love a sunset color scheme for eyeshadow. So of course I love this palette. But this is looking so nice and bright. And I'm liking applying it with my finger. I usually don't apply matte colors with my finger, but I feel like I'm able to build it up to a nice bright shade by applying it with my finger like this. And I'm still leaving a little bit of the center of the eyelid blank so that I can put some sort of shimmery transition shade in there, because this is primarily matte, which I'm loving the look of all these matte colors together. But there are so many pretty shimmery, glittery shades in here that I just have to incorporate one onto the eyelid at least. But seriously, like, I am loving this. Gosh, I wish I could hear your response back to me right now, because I feel like I need some help deciding between the pink shimmery and the orange shimmery to put in the center. It's me, so I have to choose pink shimmer. So I'm just gonna use my finger to pick this one up again. Ooh, pretty. And I'm gonna press this into the center of the eyelid, and oh my gosh, this just brings that whole sunset together with this kind of, it's pink, but it's actually kind of looking like a reddish orange color as well. So now I feel like I have a completed sunset on my lids. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. And then blending it together. You know what? I can actually incorporate that other shimmery shade that I was almost going to choose. This one called Heat Wave, and I'll put this along the lower lash line. I feel like this will really pull the whole thing together. Ooh, yeah, this is such a pretty, sparkly, shimmery orange. I love how colorful of a look I was able to create from this palette. You could definitely do a more neutral look, but I love how much this eyeshadow look really pops. And here is my finished eyeshadow look. I love it. I feel like this is the type of eyeshadow look that I could throw on maybe a little cat eye false lashes would look so great with this. And it's just so summery and tropical and fun, and every single shade was such a great formula, so blendable, so pigmented, so cohesive. I've got a little bit of fallout on my face here, but so this is the eye with the primer. This is the eye without the primer. Seriously, no difference, no creasing. They look so smooth on the eye. So yes, this lives up to my hopes and expectations of an iconic London eyeshadow palette. I love this. I know I'm going to be getting so much use out of this in the summer. It's a big palette, but it probably is a palette that I will bring with me when I travel, just because it gives me so many options. I love having a big mirror like this when I travel. So it's big, but it's seriously a great travel palette in my opinion. I often, well, not that I travel, haven't traveled in a long time, but when I would bring my other Iconic London palette, which is just the size of this as well. And I love that one for travel because of the big mirror and all the different shades in it. But I'm so excited to have another one. Oh, but you know what? This makes me want even more Iconic London eyeshadow palettes. So let me know in the comments down below if you have any recommendations of other ones that I should try. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.